Hi, Assalamualaikum and very good evening everyone. My name is Nur Asra Sarah binti Nordin, 20 MC03004. I am master student in Information Technologies at College Universiti Islam Antarabangsa Selangor, Quiz, and today I would like to present compare and contrast the MVC design pattern using Laravel framework. The rapid development of Internet of web-based application indicates a higher demand of reliability, scalability, security, and maintainability of coding methodologies. PHP, a scripting tool for web that enables dynamic interactive web development such intuitive, compile fast, cross-platform, open source flexibility as well as required minimal steps. MVC design pattern is a proven effective way to develop applications such as PHP, Codigator, Laravel, Symfony, and others. The main method of MVC to split an application into separate layers that can work separately and produce same result. The advantage of using MVC pattern are standard consistency and predictability, software component or building blocks so that developers can share and reuse code, a model or standard architecture that allow easy visualization of how the entire system works, reusable and thoroughly tested code in the libraries, classes, and functionals. Well-structured code using architecture pattern, and it was security, interoperability, and maintenance. What is material and method? That was the operation of model view controller. MVC method is to split or separate the different part of code layer such as view, data access, controlling user request and forward request to relevant layer. The MVC pattern titles is a collections of three code part which is model, views, and controller, which mean the three items of this are really useful in MVC. Let me see what's this model. Model is the name given to the permanent storage of the data used in the overall design. It must allow access for the data to be viewed or collect all the written to, and it bright between the view component and the controller component in the overall pattern. One of important thing aspect of the model is that technically blind. By this, the model has no connection or knowledge of what happened to the data when it passed to the view or the controller component. So this model cannot simply be assumed as a database toolkit only, or it's a gateway to another system which handle the data process. So the model represent as a gatekeeper to keep data by itself and asking no question but accept all the requests which comes its way. After the most complex part of MVC system, the model component is also pinnacles of the whole system, since without it there will be no connection between the controller and the view. What is the view? Okay, the view is a model where the data request from the model is viewing and the final output is determined. Traditionally, in the web application use MVC for development, the view is a part of the system where the HTML generately and displayed. The view also indicate reaction from the user, where it goes to the interaction of the controller. The basic example of this button generated by the view, which a user click on the triggers and action in the controller. Okay, let me see what means of controller. Okay, controller is the last part in MVC, which means It's a job to handle data they use, submit as well as update in the model accordingly. And the controller can be assumed as a collector of information, which is that pass it into the model to be organized for storage and does not contain any logic other thing collected user update. Logic input is it? Indeed, the controller will also only connect to a single view, to a single model, to making it a one-way data flow system with a handshake or sign off at each point of data exchange, where the controller is only give the data task to perform where the user interactive with the view first, and each controller function is a trigger set off by the user interaction in the view. Okay, what are the different of the MVC design framework? Okay, we got five, which is coordinator, Git PHP, and we have Symfony, Laravel, and also benchmarking. Okay, let me see first. Codigator. Codigator is an open source rapid development web application framework for use in a building thematic website with PHP, and the goal is to enable the developer develop project much faster than writing code from scratch by providing a rich set of libraries for common needed tasks, as well as simple interactive and logical structure to access this library. And for the Kit PHP that we can see here is an open source application framework, and it's follow the model view controller MVC approach, and it written in PHP. The model, after the concept of Ruby on Rails, it distribute under the MIT license. KPHP also use well-known software engineering concept and software design pattern as convention over figuration, model view controller, active record, execution data mapping, and front controller. What is Symfony? Symfony is a PHP web application framework for MVC application this is the free software and relies under the MIT license. Laravel with the common thing that the very famous PHP word, which is a free and open source PHP web application framework and design for the development of MVC web application, and this Laravel is realized under the MIT license with its source code hosted on GitHub. This is Laravel are the most famous coding that all people use it. Okay, why it's famous? Let me see next. Okay, the key design part of Laravel are the bundle provide Laravel with a modular package system and numerous bundle features are already available for easy addition to application. And this is a logic part of development application, either it's using controller of or as part of router declaration. Syntax used for definition is similar to the one used by Sinatra framework, and it's really RESTful controller provide as an optional way for separate the logic behind serving HTTP GET and POST requests. Okay, it's got lots, so I just let you know a few. So the rest you can read by yourself, or you need me to explain? No, right? So it's okay. You can read it soon, or you can play it back, or you just stop it for a while to read it. Okay, I just read a few. Okay, and the last one is view composer and logical code unit that can be executed when a view is loaded. Okay, the last part is benchmarking. Okay, benchmarking to evaluate the performance of format mentioned PHP framework, which is Codigator, Symfony, KPHP, and Laravel. The best way to do the benchmarking is applying the several criteria such as requests per second, average memory usage, number of functional call, and number of file required of each of MVC. Okay, now we're going to request per second. Okay, this benchmarking is based on Apache ABC 200 to 200 to 5,000. Laravel outperforms the MVC in terms of requests per second. It was able to handle 3,000 requests per second compared to others, and in this case, the biggest output indicated perfect result hinge its base performance. So we can see the most popular usage is Laravel. Okay. What is system load average? Okay, system load average in 1 minute when Apache benchmark is complete. The smaller is better in the condition of ABC 200 and 5,000. Laravel contain lowest time where PHP contain maximum load time 1.5 per minute to load system. Based on average time, lowest average time is better to run MVC application. Okay, now we're going to move to memory usage. This benchmarking check how much memory is used in one word. Hello world page display. The smallest number of the KB is better in the memory usage, hence it can be concluded that Laravel is memory usage efficiently. And what's about the response time? Okay, the time of page request to response from framework is one of the most important criteria to evaluate MVC performance. It is calculated by millisecond. The lowest number of millisecond of MVC calculated is the better performance. So we can see here the lowest is still Laravel. Okay, we move to number of function call. Okay, this test check the how many functions are calling for one hello world page in terms of Facebook XH proof. Here, smaller number of function is the most effective for PHP framework evaluation. Last but not least, number of file. The number of file include or required in one hello world page. Less amount of required file represent the kind of framework that we load. First, in terms of file running, smaller number of required file are higher applicable. Okay, now we move to result and discussion based on different core criteria of PHP framework such as benchmark, pattern, database access, file database using cache libraries, research compare among 4 top PHP framework where is Laravel, PHP, Codigator, and Symfony, and their performance. These 4 frameworks were also measured based on current trend of the future PHP framework that will lead the next generation of web. So in conclusion, the empirical study of major MVC pattern of PHP framework has been evaluated in this paper. The result obtaining the evaluating the 4 framework which is Codigator, Symfony, PHP, and Laravel using criteria such as requests per second, system load average, memory usage, number of function call, and number of file required, as well as availability facility in each framework show that the Laravel outperforms other MVC framework. So thank you for listening to me, and inshallah we'll be in the other slide. So thank you and have a good day. Assalamualaikum.